TechHUB. I'm Steven.
AP.
Brandon.
And welcome to the new digs. New gear, new room.
Brand new setup, man.
Brand new setup.
It's like Santa Claus came to town, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. My beard doesn't feel
I was
enough
calling you
yet.
Santa.
I'll get there, dude. I'll get there.
Santa Claus in almost September.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good.
It's funny. I was my grandfather went to the grocery store and he said something about, back in the day there were $100,000 bars and now they're $100,000 bars. I was like, I don't even know what that means.
I still don't know what that means.
Well, they changed the name of the candy bar. It's the same
I
thing.
gotcha.
But it's the same candy bar. I never knew it was any different.
The rebrand, hey?
Yeah.
Rebrand.
I got you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great story.
I mean, I could have went with the Patriots, where
No Boston.
No.
No Boston talk. Thank you.
No Boston talk. Well, I'm going to lose ours every once in a while, anyways. But we just rebranded something recently, didn't we?
Yes, sir. Sure is. BIM 360 team, right? Formerly A360 team.
That is correct. Yeah, we've gone ahead and done a rebrand, but it's a little bit more than a rebrand. It's actually sort of an expansion of some of the great features that A360's always had. But really, we're starting to contour the message towards our architectural engineering community while providing our general contractors an opportunity to access data in a much more meaningful way.
That's pretty slick. Being part of a former general contracting company, being able to access models in the field or even just plans out in the field is paramount. How many times I spent at a print shop just printing out sheets of paper because someone spilled coffee, they got buried in a drain hole.
Definitely. Yeah.
Sure.
Realistically, you need it at your fingertips no matter where you're at. And that's something A360 team formerly always did very well. BIM 360
Absolutely.
team continues to do that. I mean, I think, especially when you're design iteration phase for me, right? When you're progressing forward, you need provide insight to people that maybe don't have Revit or don't have AutoCAD. Still need to see the document set, still need to see that data.
I think that's a great point. I mean, when you think of the teams that are involved in most projects, it's a rarity that everyone even has a seat of Revit, let alone has the ability to know how to use that tool.
Definitely.
And what BIM 360 team really allows us to do is, regardless of whether or not it was done in a product like Revit or something as simplistic as Revit or AutoCAD Lite, this application allows us to view that data and create red lines, create quick markups. Even more so than that, we have the ability to extend the visibility of the model to an owner. I have a great example where someone actually leveraged this with a PTA group to show the expansion of an educational facility for a future latchkey center. Nice. And they actually were able to do all their design iterations, post it onto a web URL, and let everybody take a look at it and really get a feel for what it was going to look like long term. So really increasing visibility of your data.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. You get a instant visualization right away.
Exactly.
Hand in hand. So
exactly.
Yep.
But that's great. That's awesome. When I was designing houses, it was all in 2D, this early 2000s, and a lot of our customers couldn't understand what this was going to look like. And now doing it in Revit, you're still providing 2D deliverables, but now you're able to take that 3D model and show to the owner, oh, this is what the kitchen is going to look like.
Totally.
Here's a camera view, and here, take a look at it in your own home, in your own office. Don't need to bother coming all the way across town, cross country, wherever.
Yep.
I think that's key. I mean, without that, how do we still do it? We'd still be doing it the same way that we've been doing it for the last 20, 30 years.
Well, yeah, right. Sharing PDF sets, emailing them around, but this structure basically does exactly that. It provides a central structure for all the project data. So it's everybody working in one location. It's, again, that level of insight to any data type that you can house there.
So it sounds like it's more of a change from just changing the name of the candy bar to maybe adding in a little bit more caramel to it.
Hey-o.
Great references, man.
You can tell I haven't eaten in a while. I'm a little hungry.
I think one of the things that's also worth pointing out is that there's lots of solutions out there that can view a 3D model, that can view 2D sheets. You could even make the argument there are tools that are superior when it comes to certain aspects of that visibility. But all of those tools have sort of one fatal flaw, and that's that you have to export that data to a PDF, to a document, to whatever.
Right.
That's crucial. It's important. At some point in the project, you're going to have to do that in a lot of cases.
Yep.
But when you're going through those initial design iterations, you want a tool that's going to allow you to seamlessly interact with your design staff. And what BIM 360 Team allows us to do is leverage those groups that take advantage of a product called Collaboration for Revit.
Totally.
They can instantly save their models and give access to PMs, supers, designers, whoever might want to access that information instantly. There's no lag time. There's no need to wait till the 11th hour to hit the print button.
Totally.
And many of us know there's limitations with what we can get in a PDF, right? And what's really great about this product is that these are intelligent 2D visibles. So when I select on a door in BIM 360 Team, it's not just line work. It's an actual door. I could see who the manufacturer exactly.
Yep.
And I think that's the thing that, as an industry, we always want BIM, right? We want this intelligent information. And for a lot of people, the I in BIM is only important or only relevant if you know how to use Revit. Yeah. And I would say this is probably the first time that we've allowed customers that again, don't know how to use the product to take advantage of that information in a much more immersive way.
Yeah, I think you nailed it with the owner comparison or point. That's always been a hurdle. I know that was a hurdle for me in industry, was always sharing that information, sharing that insight. And again, like with Collaboration for Revit, right? You can publish straight to a BIM 360 Team.
Right.
Provides that right in-house service. So you're not going through that PDF publish and then upload, download, whatever cadence. It's direct, which makes it a lot more accessible. So
it's amazing. When you talk about the I in BIM, the way that I look at BIM is it's only as good as the information you put in. Mm-hmm. So we're so used to, on the other side, just looking at this line work, where I think it's a complete transformation to, instead of looking at line work, you're actually looking at an object. You're just looking at it from a top view.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I think that's a great point. And like you said, you can add as much content theoretically to those Revit families as necessary. So you can really make a document set extremely data rich.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
You guys want to take a look at it?
I would love to take a look. Yeah, please.
The first thing I'll tell you, and obviously for your listeners as well, is you can go today to Autodesk BIM 360 Team, and you can start a trial. To go in and start playing around with this tool right now, all you need to do is obviously fill out the information and upload a file. Instantly, you guys can start sharing and start using it. Mm-hmm. Again, just access the BIM 360 Team website. Once you're in, really familiar experience for those people that were using A360 up until recently. For those new to it, really a clean, slick interface. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the site. Now, when you navigate into this software, a lot of really great features at the bottom. You're going to notice things like, for instance, the ability to zoom, rotate, pan. You're going to also notice the ability to not only use those zoom and pan features that are obviously most common to a lot of these tools out there, but you're also going to have that ability to navigate between 2D and 3D information. Mm-hmm. So for us, what that means is not just being able to, again, view that 3D model, but interact with those 2D sheets. Mm-hmm. Now, what I really like about the 2D sheet aspect of it is that when you load these sheets, these didn't come from an import, or they didn't come from some sort of export system. Literally, when the design team, the architect, the engineer, whoever, hit the save button, not only did the model find its way here, but all of the working sheets did as well.
Right.
So instantly have that information, instantly.
Right.
Like I said, when you select on these components, it's not just selecting on these singular objects, it's also giving you the property sets for them. Right. And I actually think this interface looks slicker than Revit. Like I think from just from a usability perspective, it's really clean.
It's fresh, right?
Agreed, yeah. Really solid.
Especially when the dialog boxes pop in and pop out of view, they're not just getting stuck there like your properties palette. It has to be glued somewhere, or you're not getting any of that information.
Have more flexibility to kind of move around as needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's also nice about this is that the objects are intelligent, and to some degree they're hyperlinked to one another. So if I click a door in a floor plan, and on that same sheet I have a referenceable view, like for instance of a staircase, you'll notice right here I'm selecting the staircase, and it's actually selecting the plan view of it as well. Mm-hmm. So when I click corresponding objects, I'm getting that additional information. I'm getting all of that data.
Right.
They're also going to have very simple features like, for instance, the ability to add quick comments. So you go ahead and select comment locations. You could do things like, for instance, add red line markups.
Right.
And these are really a robust set of features. Everything from changing the color and the line thickness to rotating between different types of polygons and and clouds. So you've got all those great tools for yourself right there.
I can see that being really helpful, especially when you're selecting an object and it's actually understanding where else it is
Oh yeah,
in
definitely.
the entire environment.
What I also like about this, when you talk about the team environment, right? When you make markups, when you add comments to it, you can actually direct it to a specific user.
Exactly.
You basically just start tapping the @ symbol, to type in their name.
Exactly.
Hyperlinks recognizes them as an association to that project. That way you're dictating a comment directly to someone you're trying to convey it to.
Yeah, I think that's well said. The other thing that I think is important to bring up with any of these tools, and maybe the finishing note on this, is that all of this extends to your mobile interface as well. So not only can I do it right here on my desktop, but I can go out into the field and leverage the same information. And a feature that has to be mentioned when we talk about going into the field is that all of this can be brought onto your iOS device in a download format. So even if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, you can leverage the information.
Right. Not locked out.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's just another way. You don't have to go out into. I'm looking at a building right behind us. You don't have to go up to the 10th floor holding a tree trunk of plans.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just take your iPad or your
Right.
iPhone. And you got it all
Yeah.
at your fingertips.
And somehow you're always missing that sheet you need too.
Yeah,
I don't know how that
exactly.
works, but
exactly. You know what? That's the one that got buried in the trench that was
crazy.
outside. 'Cause
Detail-
You dropped it out of your truck.
where's that detail?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, listen, thanks for coming by.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely.